Hello, Coach Liz here, certified Optavia health coach. We are on week 6 of our 12-week empowerment health program. We are talking about all of those basic healthy habits that are going to help you to feel your very best. Now, last week we talked about the science of balancing blood sugar. I love that because that's something that we have control over. Of how we pair those foods together can really affect what's going on inside of our body, how we feel, our metabolism, all of that. Now, the topic this week is inflammation. Now, inflammation and blood sugar, they go hand in hand. When your blood sugar is spiked and out of balance, your inflammation is up also. Now, what is inflammation? Inflammation is actually one of our most complex systems in our body. It's really designed to help us. And in Element 20 in your life book, it talks all about inflammation. I want you to check that out because it's very empowering to know how to care for your body. Now, Dr. Anderson talks about inflammation in this element as our 24/7 on-call emergency service and how incredible it is. Anytime there's an intruder in our body, like a bacteria, a virus, a parasite, an injury, like if you have a broken ankle or something, you get inflammation. It's your white blood cells going to work to take care of that, to heal that. And it remembers everything that every battle it ever fought in the past so that it knows what to spend time fixing and what is a waste of time. And so I love that inflammation is just like the brains of our body. It just really is there to take care of us. But chronic inflammation, when it's not healing a bacteria or an injury, is something that can affect your body. It's actually what causes disease. Signs of inflammation would be if you get headaches a lot. Brain inflammation is a huge thing. Also, carrying fat around your middle section. Most inflammation starts in your gut. And so if you have a lot of belly fat, that's a true sign that there's a lot of inflammation in your body. Also, if you get joint pain, maybe you have a past injury and it just always just flares up, it means that you have a lot of inflammation still in your body. I get a lot of back pains when I'm not eating healthy. I can tell the inflammation flares up where I've had a past injury. So there's a lot of telltale signs of inflammation. It also, studies show that it's correlated with depression, anxiety, hormone imbalance. Like, it all just plays hand in hand. That's why I want to empower you to know how to take care of your body, how to keep that inflammation down in a healthy way. Now, there are 3 types of inflammation that we can be aware of. There is internal inflammation, which is caused by chronic infections in your body. Overuse of antibiotics actually kills all that good gut bacteria, and it can cause more problems if you're just using antibiotics for any little reason. Also, lack of sleep. Lack of motivation, depression. Like I talked about, depression, that can actually increase your inflammation. Being sedentary, not moving your body. Those are all things that are happening internally that can affect your inflammation. All right, food. That's the part of inflammation that you probably have the most control over, is what you're putting into your body every day. And so avoiding those high inflammatory foods, which would be excessive calories. If you're just eating too much food that your body can't use all of those calories, that can cause inflammation. Refined grains like white flours, that causes inflammation. Simple sugars, high fructose corn syrups. So anything with a lot of sugar is going to spike that inflammation. Also, the wrong kinds of fat, too much omega-6 fats, saturated fats, even overcooking your food, like charred food, like on the grill, that can cause inflammation. So there's a lot of things that we're putting in our body, high sugar things, refined flours, that really spikes your blood sugar and causes inflammation. All right, how about our environment? Things around us can cause inflammation. Too much stress can actually cause inflammation, but also high exposure to chemicals. Do you have a job that you are working with chemicals, like cleaning chemicals? If you are in the beauty industry, your hands are in a lot of those chemicals. A lot of beauticians get inflammation in their fingers from overuse, but also from being around those chemicals for so often. Also, things in your environment, like things you're smelling. There's a lot of beauty products, candles, things like that have chemicals that can actually cause inflammation. So just being aware of the products that you're buying and purchasing, allergens, things that you're allergic to maybe. Also excess UV and radiation that can cause inflammation also. So there's a lot of things in our environment, things going on in our body, like stress, antibiotics, lack of sleep, all of that, and also our food. So let's talk about the food part of it. I love this because when we learn to balance our blood sugars and we pick foods that are low inflammatory, we can really feel a difference in our inflammation. And that's one thing I love about your Optavia program is it's designed to get that inflammation down quickly. Most of my clients notice in that first week that their joints are feeling better, kind of that brain fog just lifts. You can think clearer, you have more energy. And so it's amazing when you're putting the right things into your body and you're practicing those healthy habits of sleep and hydration and exercise, how much better you start feeling. For me, I have some bulging discs in my back, and I noticed even within the first week that it wasn't so painful, that inflammation had lifted. And I noticed that when I am conscious to put the right things in my body, I can control that inflammation so much better. And so that's just a few reasons of why inflammation is so important to be aware of. Where you're feeling it, sometimes you don't even realize how good you can feel until you actually feel good. And that's one thing I love about the Optavia program. It's getting that inflammation down, it's getting that blood sugar balance, it's getting some of that excess weight off, and so your body can really start to heal itself. And so I want you to check out Element 20 in your life book to learn more about inflammation, more about the foods that you are putting in your body that may be causing that, and some simple steps, some simple action steps that you can take today to lower the inflammation in your body. All right, have a great week.